Hi, greetings in Jesus' name. Pointers along the way are brief, Bible based messages I bring out, God willing, every Saturday, dealing with practical aspects of the Christian life. I hope they will be a blessing to you. You can visit my website at www.c-n-c.org for my articles and books. This is pointer number 968, and its title is If We Stop Learning. If we are not looking for new knowledge and understanding, it tells us something about our attitude. Outwardly, we will admit that we are far from being perfect, but here we show that actually we believe that there is nothing more we need to know. The implication is that we think what we know and practice is all correct and there is nothing we need to change. But if we examine this idea, we can see how ridiculous it is. How dare we claim that what we know is the most correct, most balanced approach to every part of life? Looking a little deeper, we can see that usually it is not merely that we think like this, but what happens often is that even when we understand something is wrong with our understanding or practice, we don't like to actually make a change. Change is inconvenient, and we human beings try our best to see if we can avoid a change and maintain status quo. This was one of the things the Jewish leaders did when Jesus came into the scene and proclaimed truth so clearly that they would be practically admitting their hollowness, hypocrisy, and superficiality to the public if they made any changes. So, in order to maintain their status quo, they explained to themselves that Jesus was threatening their faith and even their nation. They shot the messenger rather than humble themselves and correct their errors. But if they had made those changes, they would have become pleasing to God, a blessing to the people, and received a blessing themselves. But pride prevented them from learning, and they thought that maintaining the appearance before people was more important than becoming more pleasing to God. Proverbs chapter 29, verse 25. The fear of man brings a snare, but he who trusts in the Lord will be exalted. Romans chapter 14, verse 12. So then, each one of us will give an account of himself to God. Wouldn't it be advantageous for us to be right before God than to maintain an appearance before people? Each time we make a change, we acknowledge that we were wrong earlier. Isn't this what makes it difficult for us to make a change? But if we really subscribe to the fact that we are fallen, imperfect people who do not know everything and who are mistaken about many things, it should not be that difficult, should it? But now we can see if we actually believe that teaching and if we really want to press on to perfection. This applies to us at all levels, as individuals, families, churches, organizations, political parties, etc. Nobody wants to admit a mistake. Therefore, whatever wrong we have been following, we continue to do them. On top of that, we make explanations and excuses to justify our wrong positions. We have been sinning unknowingly, and now we are making sure that not only will we prevent change, but also that we make our position harder to retreat from. How simple life would become if we are quick to admit we could be wrong in many things and then humbly change when we become aware of our mistakes? How blessed are the poor in spirit.
May the Lord bless you in your life as you have listened to these words. Thank you.